Hi, you guys. This is one of my favorite mom stories. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not a particularly funny one, but she's such a character. And I heard this one from my sister, and it's been corroborated by my brother. I wasn't there. So from my sister to me, from me to you, this is pretty much what happened. They were at a outdoor restaurant, like a clam shack here in Maine. We have clam shacks. And, that has picnic tables outside, no inside seating, and you just drive into the parking lot and go to the order window and get your plate of fried clams or whatever. So Mom and Dad and my brother and sister were there. My siblings were like in their probably 30s. So Mom was maybe early 60s. They were having their supper, not a big deal. And then this other man who was in his car with his food started to scream at his kid. And the kid had the tray of food. I wasn't there. I don't know exactly how it went down, but the guy bashed the tray and yelled at the kid and slapped the kid. And my mother was off like a rocket, with Dad saying, "Oh, darling, don't," he was a very kind of, in some ways, mild-mannered. And she she charged over and said, "I saw that. I saw you hit your kid." And the guy said, "Get out of my face," basically. And who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? The guy's wife was sitting right there and said nothing. And Mom leaned her head in the window and looked at the boy and said, "I'm God." And the guy said, "You're nuts," and, fishtailed out of the parking lot, gravel spraying. And Mom said, "I just wanted him to know I saw it." And she was speaking for God. That's my mom. She was not a particularly gentle person, or often not particularly kind, even to children herself. She brutalized kids in the carpool, and if they threw a candy wrapper out the window, would stop the car and make them go back. And she said, "If you throw that out the window, I'll make you eat it." And the kid threw it out the window. She stops the car. There's a litter all over the side of the road. I don't know how the kid was supposed to pick out his particular candy wrapper. And I kind of blocked it out. She might have made him take a bite. I don't know. She was pretty, in today's culture, I think she would have been considered abusive and nuts. But she was often on the side of the kid in a big way. Who do you think you are? I'm God. And I think what kind of makes me teary-eyed is not just her defense of the kid, but her knowledge that she's God. And so is the kid. And so is the man she was yelling at. And so is the person who fried the clams. None of us can escape that responsibility or that honor. Ten of Swords. That's the end of a painful cycle, and it also involves sacrifice. You know, this is kind of the God on the cross. I'm God. I mean, that's what he said. The Christ, the enlightened one, in the Christian mythos, said, I'm God, and this is what happened. Tower. This is sometimes the destruction of a construct, you know, a way of being in the world that no longer fits. It's not big enough. And I note that this one has the energetic, it's surrounded by energy even as they're being sacrificed. Some cycle is ended and it sets an energy free in a way that's uncomfortable, can be painful. Because to have your whole, it's almost like you know, your whole way of being in the world comes down. And the light comes in. The light comes in. Prince of Wands, we got this the other day along with Tower. The release of energy, you know, of life force energy. This sacrifice was not in vain. New life comes out of it. It's a spiritual, it's not a spiritual sacrifice. It's a, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Out in the cold, Five of Pentacles. Abandonment. It could be the painful ending of a relationship that was once fiery and passionate. There was a lot of hot and cold, though. And eventually, things went cold. You know, in terms of being able to be with somebody, to touch them, to be under the same roof. Under Tower, Two of Wands. That's that choice in Wands energy. I think these are mostly repeats. You know, these to me look like points on a compass, but rather than there being one needle, there are two. It's sort of getting a sense of direction. And it might be, what's the way out of this isolation? How do I warm it up? Wands energy. I've been sacrificed to some ideology, maybe. Maybe somebody wanted to, well, it's also the betrayal. Ten of Swords can mean betrayal. Denied 3 times, you know, I don't know you. I don't know you. So I put you out in the cold. This is really a harsh read. I don't quite understand Prince of Swords. And, you know, this sort of fanciful life force zooming in. And I notice, boy, these aren't wanting to shuffle. There's the rainbow here. The rainbow here. You know, the rainbow sign for Noah was a sign that it's safe to come to land. You know, the flood waters have receded. This is over. It's a card of Scorpio, of water energy, feelings energy. The waters have receded, so we're on land, Pentacles energy, but it seems like a pretty barren landscape. And then there's this Two of Wands, a way out. Is it this one? Is it this one? Knight of Cups. Page of Wands, the new path. After this, something that I'm hearing like rewrites history. It's such a dramatic change. Something will never be the same. It's the end of a cycle that's painful. And the end is painful too. It's at least it's it looks like it's definitively over. But it opens up this new pathway. Perhaps out of the cold place. We're given a choice. Love on the move. And it's basically which direction does love move toward? Toward the one in need. Give me you're tired, you're poor. Somehow this is like the beacon of light. Love liberates. There's a liberation of feelings here. Because something in the old paradigm is done. At great cost. Maybe even at literal cost, like this one is deprived of resources, money, a place in the world. But it opens up this new direction. There's choice involved. Suddenly there's a liberation and it's free will. And this one is facing away from the Knight of Cups. You know, Knight of Cups is kind of riding up behind this person. Somebody may feel abandoned and they don't see that love is going to come into their life in an unexpected way. Prince of Wands. It's a new path. Carving out a new path. On Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. That's kind of a freeze frame. Four of Pentacles can mean holding back, holding on, or just something so fixed. You know, holding on maybe to an old image. Maybe the sacrifice is over. But Four of Pentacles, it's a swan. It ought to be moving, like love on the move, but it's not. It somehow has these defined boundaries. You know, it looks pretty, But there's something really solitary about it. Swans mate for life, and this one is by itself. By itself. Okay. Knight of Cups. What is the Knight of Cups' intentions? Ten of Wands. Lots of cycles ending here. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Tower. And this is so directional, right? This one is steering forward out of the old paradigm, the old way of perceiving the world or thinking about things. This can be a lack mentality. But I have a feeling that something happened to this person that had to do with abandonment. Somebody kind of boxing somebody in, saying, you're not worthy. Wands are directional. This guy is the steering wheel. The steering wheel for this love on the move energy. You know, it looks like the wheel of a boat. And there's something about, you know, moving through the cosmos. Some change that allows this person to enter into a new reality, I think. The old one is over. The old paradigm is over. And the bear with the hands on this person's shoulder, and they look to be haloed. There's something about the wands like this is something bad happened to this person. They were betrayed, left out in the cold, boxed in. Then there's a crack in the, see the fissure? There's that's how the light gets in, says Leonard Cohen. We're all broken, that's how the light gets in. And the wands are light, they're fire energy. It's almost like now there's energy for forward movement as a result of, I don't know what the cause and effect is, but there was a painful ending and it's over. And now we're moving in a different direction. We have freedom of choice, free will, because the sacrifice was also free will. You know, this sacrifice, this individual could have saved themselves, but they would have had to betray their own beliefs or somehow submit to the old paradigm. And they didn't. And there was this massive release of energy. And in that same fire energy, there was a new path. Almost like a follow the yellow brick road. When you're lost, when you're out in the cold. follow the yellow brick road. Queen of Cups on Ten of Swords. Somebody may have been betrayed in love. The swan that wanted to mate for life was kind of rejected. Queen of Cups was betrayed, perhaps? But it was a liberation for the Queen. In water energy, in Cups energy, the Tower. The Queen is the dove. The one who couldn't live in this. Somebody was really trying to control this person. They're moving on. Okay, tell us about the Prince of Wands, the Page of Wands. Emperor, we got that before yesterday too. In fire energy, Aries energy. You know, talk about a new path. From Page of Wands to Emperor. Divine Masculine. I don't understand the relationship between Queen of Cups and Divine Masculine. It may have been, they may be the same person. They sacrificed for somebody. They were betrayed. And somehow the betrayal was part of the liberation. I'm a little lost. Like the Five of Pentacles person. Wow. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Something's growing. It's almost like the atom splits. Great power is released. The atom splits. Queen of Wands. This is a divine feminine energy that's really again, it almost seems like that cycle is over. It was a painful cycle. It involved sacrifice. And something in Queen of Cups' life just went kaboom. And it may have looked like a disaster, but it was empowering. It was like supercharged. This, you know, the lightning bolts supercharged this person. Supercharged. It split, you know, it was almost like the energy that was inside, this potential energy, it was a decision that split the atom. I don't really know what we're talking about here. But it was empowering. From Page of Wands to Queen of Wands to Emperor. Okay. So Queen of Wands has manifested their Two of Cups. has survived some kind of painful ending. And it's almost like, oh, that was the other thing I had written down, was the three little pigs. The house of straw, the house of wood, the house of bricks. You know, increasingly stable structures so that when the wolf came, huff and puff and blow your house down. And in a way that happened. It's almost like a split decision. You know, because twos indicate a choice. We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles is 4, which in major arcana is Emperor. It may be love liberates. You know, it will destroy the old paradigm, the old way of being in the world. But it liberates that dove bird image out of this freeze frame. The swan looking for their mate in this barren landscape. Somebody made a choice to go in a new direction. Another 2. So we have Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. And I can't think of what the Pentacles, Wands, Cups, Swords. So I don't think it's a split decision anymore. These 3 2s equals 6 in major arcana is Lovers, which is also a card of choice. A split decision? Okay. 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. We have 3 10s. 3 10s now. This is a long-term relationship, something that grows over time. You know, it's sort of like this seed. You know, for the seed to grow, it has to burst open. For growth to happen, this old one has to burst open. From 2 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles, that's a lot of growth. The seed burst open. This is almost like, because Queen of Cups can be known for overgiving. You know, perhaps she sacrificed themselves. And then it's almost like the universe steps in and says, you're bigger than that. You can't fit into this old place anymore. The universe has bigger things in mind for you. Wheel of Fortune, another 10 card. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 10 in major arcana. This is always moving in our favor. You know, like we might not be able to see it, Ten of Swords is about communication and vision and understanding. We might not be able to see the reasoning, but this is a card of liberation too, and a card of the karmic path, the destined path, that, you know, that the universe is saying, this way is open now. The way, the Tao, this is almost like this sometimes to me looks like an airlock, or some kind of, you turn it to unlock stuck energy. You release the stuck energy, you split the atom. It's a little bit weird. Stick with me because I think it may clarify. Queen of Wands is a game-changing energy. And you see here the spirit animal has that night sky skin. The night sky echoed in Ten of Wands. Heading towards something more powerful that suits this person better. It's really positive. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Something this person did attracted in this big change. Opened a door, with this. It's kind of like an airlock. And there it is. Page of Pentacles. Princess, it's called here in this deck. That's again somebody stepping into their life. Pentacles energy, life energy, corporeal life, being at the beginning of the path. And then this amazing upgrade into Emperor status. It starts small. It's almost like a singularity. I mean, I don't know enough about physics to decode it that way, but it seems on that level of major arcana, archetypal energy, extremely powerful energy that begins inside and expresses in 3D. Expresses in 3D. King of Pentacles. Somebody may be moving towards stability. In their 3D life, some sort of relationship that is real, Pentacles energy, a choice to make it real. It's not an easy process. It involves pain, Ten of Swords, and disruption, Tower. But the disruption is empowering. On Tower, Three of Wands. To me, that's a card of the future, of optimism. Two of Wands, the ask. Three of Wands, the answer. An answer coming in about which way to go, and also about what's coming in. I mean, this is a very attractive energy. You know, both easy on the eyes, pulls people in, pulls. Queen of Wands doesn't chase. So somebody's coming into Queen of Wands with a tangible offer. Somebody who's found their sense of direction. I'm hearing common sense. It's also intuitive sense. It's like sensory perception. Knight of Wands, coming in fast, passionately, to reignite something. So we have Divine Masculine on the board, Emperor, which is all the kings, and here it is, the one who shows up. I was thinking this morning about the idea of masks. Person, the root meaning is persona, which in Greek is mask. That's the persona. From the, in Greek theater, in order to amplify the voice, they'd wear these masks, which had a kind of, it could, project the voice out into the amphitheater. Somebody's found their voice in a very big way. Emperor takes control. Emperor does what he says he's going to do. Forges a new path, and coming in fast. I'm hearing the Beatles song, Helter Skelter, coming in fast, don't let me break you. Which I think is, this is the break. There's some kind of transformation of energy, transmutation. Such a dramatic change. Tower, the mutation. Somebody's definitely on the move, passionately, but they've chosen stability and movement, both. They've cracked the code, cracked the seed, cracked open potential energy. I don't really quite know what I'm talking about anymore. And I think it's a wholly different way of communicating. Ten of Swords, can't do it the old way. Can't believe the old way, the old paradigm. Moving forward with great life force. It's like, this is almost like when your heart is stopped and they shock you, put on the paddles. Somebody gets shocked back to life. The seed is cracked. Well, again, this is like, my sister was saying the other day, there are certain seeds that won't open. unless they've been through the fire. And the fire actually creates fertile soil. So the seed can germinate. You know, it's kind of like the fortunate fall. You know, it changes everything. It looks like it's a loss, but it's actually a gain. Fortunate fall, you know. The idea that you're kicked out of paradise into the real world, and that's actually a fortunate fall. It's a fall ostensibly from grace, from the place of, you know, bliss. But it brings you into the world where you can live and breathe and connect. This is coming back to life. Coming back to life. Stepping into the true, authentic self. Divine masculine empowered. And the Queen of Cups may have like blown their cover, you know, loved them, and it blew their cover. The mask you think you can't live without, and know you can't live within. I don't know who said that, but I think it applies here. Unmasked, she blew their cover, saw through them somehow, in the most loving way. But this Queen of Cups' love for them blew their cover, destroyed their old way of being in the world. And it might have felt at first like they were bare naked. Like, where's my old cover? Where's my old mask? And it actually opened somebody to growth, to connection, to long-term shared life, to a long-term partner. This Two of Cups. Okie dokie, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. We have on the board the Tower, Scorpio energy, Emperor, Aries energy, lots of fire in this chart, lots of life force being released. When you split the atom, the potential energy just comes booming out. After this painful ending, after this Tower, Emperor, the energy comes galloping out. The passion, the life force, the love. I think that's what's coming back to life. Okay, yeah, did I miss anything? Scorpio in the Tower, Aries and Emperor. And that's it. And Wheel of Fortune. There's been a redirection onto the karmic path. Somebody's like unmasked themselves, or they've been unmasked by this, the mask they thought they couldn't live without, and then they knew they couldn't live within. So the seed cracks, and love emerges. Love is sort of the liberating force here that was bottled up. I do go on 45 minutes. I keep trying to make them shorter. I don't know. Chime in on that, because I think most of you have dropped off by this time, but the ones who stuck around, bless your hearts. I love all of you, and I'll see you next time.